We're live with the worst. Oh god, look at that choppiness.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Damn. All right, Blood Bowl as it was meant to be experienced. Slow, choppy, and
360.
this.
So I guess while they're presenting the players, welcome everybody to Know Your Role Blood Bowl League. We are here today with Arcloid and Lessons, each with their own teams. The Stout McGruffs versus the Warped Stoners, a classic in Arc's lineup here. And of course, today's Blood Bowl is brought to you by Steam Streaming. Avoid it at all costs. Oh wow, he's got one of those big rollers. I forgot that was a unit.
It looked so much better when we tried this with Oni.
Oh. Well, in fair, I was only playing against the computer, so it was just one computer involved there.
Coin has been flipped. Arc got to choose, and Arc is in fact choosing to receive.
Oh,
as you'll see in our
with that steamroller
4 FPS.
So in Blood Bowl, there are a bunch of heavy units, and I'm pretty sure the steamroller here is entirely built just for murdering people. I can't imagine it's built for much more.
Absolutely, it is a wonderful unit, but you want that touchdown as quickly as possible.
Doesn't it tend
let
to
the
get,
other team touchdown.
Doesn't it tend to get kicked off the field in the second half?
It gets kicked off whenever there's a turnover, unless you bribe the ref, which I highly recommend if you're going to use weapons.
But I think it counts more as a mobility scooter than a weapon. Is that right?
I guess it's point of view. Most people consider it a weapon, but it is a dwarf up there, so who knows?
More of a vehicle, if anything.
I mean, it does have the secret weapon trait, so...
Yeah. But if I do recall right, Skaven are reasonably squishy, and as such, at best he's going to pin down the roller into beating someone to a pulp. But he should be able to skitter past the line, get a touchdown, and we'll see how well Lessons can deal with it. This isn't the first time he's played this team, this kind of configuration, so he should have some experience, and Lessons, of course, is brand new to the experience, and we'll see how he handles things coming up.
Fair enough.
Ignore this. Sorry, brief interruption as we attempt to solve, possibly. I'm sure we're missing only another minute's worth of people changing their sides on the field.
Trying to catch up with Buffer, I think.
Actually, I'm trying to see if I can access Lessons' point of view.
Okay.
Alright, hold on. It was there a moment ago.
Almost got it.
What are you up to, Bob?
Oh, doing both of them at once. Here we go.
Roast elf heart or baked house?
Lessons' point of view, he's got the kickoff.
Really exploring the field with that zoom in and out feature.
Oh, I think we did in fact miss the kickoff by a short minute, as he is now position and their movement. No, I think this is actually...
No, there was a kickoff, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. Not our viewers, perhaps, that there was a scatter at the kickoff. There was a 9 rolled for the kickoff event. We just don't know what that was. The weather is nice today, though.
Touchback. Kickoff fail. The opposition coach. I just can't read fast enough.
All right.
All right, so we're in. The ball is in Arc's hand. Oh, and he's got the cannon for it, too.
Oh, okay. That's what the kickoff event must have been, that the receiving team could move all their players, because otherwise he would not have been able to have most of his players off of the front line.
Yes, I think that's what the touchback was trying to communicate there.
Like, he's in a good position. He's got that thrower, he's got the gutter runner there. He could throw the ball and almost make it to the other end.
Yeah, he's already slapped the dwarf out of the way. He's got a clear path there, I think. I think the diagonals might still be difficult, but he's just got one more dwarf to push out of the way, and he's home free.
if he had went with the dwarf, he'd had a clear opening to run right for that touchdown line.
Oh, he's going for the...
He's pretty close.
Typically much more successful pass, but...
Oh, jeez.
And the reroll did not help him. Well, but it got there.
Oh, jeez.
He still has it in his hands, but it's just not where it ought to have been. He doesn't get that free run down the field, but he's still going to send the catcher all the way down there. Or gutter runner,
That's
I
fair.
believe it is for the Skaven.
That's fair, but I think that guy's going to get steamrolled once the Dwarves have a chance to go.
Yeah, he needs to set up a defense on that side immediately
Oh, that
and
would've
just
been
claim that quarter of the field.
Would have been a horrible run
Yep.
there if he had gone with that. Trying to run through the entire front line.
There we go. His back line is there as needed, and there's nothing in the Dwarven defense back there.
Unfortunately, it appears
He's
that Lessons has no interest to know which characters are moving or what abilities they have. Oh, there we go. The blocker, Cheddar.
Two rats to try to take down one dwarf, and it just doesn't work.
One of 2 Storm Vermin on Arkloid's team.
Which are the only actual workhorses he has to work with. Of course, avoiding the smashing machine. Very necessary here. Oh, he's going to go ahead and try.
Yeah, that's not going to end well.
Block is an amazing skill.
I believe the Warp Stoners only have 1 team reroll in their lineup at the moment.
Oh.
And it looks
Right,
like they
at
already
present.
used it, in fact, as we already saw.
At present, many teams are going to be very poor until they get their first game in and get some extra cash. So we're dealing with minimum rerolls, almost no cheerleaders, and even the coach is AFK.
I can't recall if Stout and McGruffs had 1 or if their kickoff event gave them an extra 1.
Oh wow, he's going to go ahead and charge with the steamroller.
Like you do.
He's got to make use of it now.
Well, why
Don't
did he
know
just
why.
take the guy down?
I also believe this might be the first time Lessons ever played this game, so he's going to be figuring out, is he going to think that the skull is a bad thing or a good thing, do you think?
Oh, jeez.
Oh no,
Looking
this could
forward
be,
to this.
We could be in for a very entertaining game.
I did watch an entire game of
Oh,
Markiplier having to restart because he played the entire game thinking skulls were good options. I want to kill that guy. I'll click skull.
Oh, he's still knocking people down.
That one dwarf has taken out 2 rats on his own now.
Like you do.
There's
Not a
team
whole lot of
filled with
focus on that
blocks.
guy with the ball, though.
Do you think that if he knows that the guy highlighted in blue has a ball?
That's a good question. He may not know. This is his first game.
We did see
Gave
him
like a
zooming.
touchdown.
We did see him zooming in and out an awful lot. He might not have been paying attention to that part.
Fair.
To be fair, these two are in a call together. If Lessons has a question, Arkloid is a good sport. He ought to be answering at least basic mechanical questions.
I'm not going to tab over
Fair
there.
enough.
I'm not going to tab over there, but can we verify that they are actually in a call together?
They are
I'll
in
take a
fact
quick
in a
look.
call together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's working is up to Steam.
Do we believe that Arkloid is the type of player who is going to tell his opponent things to beat him with?
Yes.
You would hope there'd be some good sportsmanship.
Or do you
Despite it
think...
being Blood Bowl.
Arkloid is a pure soul, that is for sure.
Heard it here first.
There we go. So we have some entanglement with the dwarves in general here. Nothing is blocking him on that left side. In fact, there's no reason for him to do much of anything, but he is going to go support his Mad Machine.
I mean, it is possible that Arkloid is
Ooh.
trying to push units through that side just to make a pass.
And turn over. He took a risky move, took the dive, and he's down. And that ball runner.
83%?
Oh, that's
15%,
not
I
going to go
think,
well.
to intercept, which is not going to happen.
15% to throw. Forget the intercept.
Oh, was it? I saw the 83% catch percentage, and I thought
Well,
it
you
was
saw
good.
it here first, everybody. The world's fastest turn.
Now can the dwarf pick it up? Oh!
That's not their style. They must be up to something.
That is so many rolls in between A and B. I can just imagine doing this on the tabletop.
Oh, it's a lot of fun on the tabletop. That's why I learned Blood Bowl.
Oh, you do? You actually have the models and everything? That's amazing.
Oh, from way back when, yeah.
All right. What did you used to play way back when?
Chaos. Same thing I play now.
There you go. So you're already doing what you learn, what you know, and I'm excited to see what you bring to the field because you will trounce every single one of us.
Probably.
Yeah, I make a good heal. Let's just put it that way.
Hey, there we go.
83% didn't make it.
And another slip.
Reroll.
It is worth it for this high percentage. I'm going to say that.
Run, little dwarf. He is never going to get away.
Is he going to pass backwards? Oh no.
I think he was just trying to click his other character and didn't know. Right click, man. Right click.
Ooh, okay. Oh.
Deselect your unit. No, don't end turn. Oh.
No. That's that.
Could not figure out how to unselect his unit.
Here, I will send a message. You are doing great.
Here's another interesting factor that I've seen from somebody who's played the first game before is not knowing that they could pick their units up.
Oh, right.
We're gonna find out. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a thing that even uses their turn, too.
Well, it looks like Arkloid's bad luck has made Lessons' failed turn play out anyway.
This is positively the worst string of turnovers I've ever seen, and I am loving every minute of it. How about you?
Don't click enter! Could have gone straight ahead.
Of all things,
First touchdown of the league.
The first touchdown by a dwarf against Skaven by the brand new player in the most absurd amount of turnovers we've seen. I could not have expected a better opening to this.
It is kind of brilliant.
So I believe that does end the first part of the game, doesn't it? I forget exactly how it's supposed to roll. It's been a minute.
Well, it's the first turnover, so, you know, one side's not going to receive, and the other side's going to defend. Just got to set up the field.
Yeah, here we go. So what does Lessons learn from here? He's actually going in depth now, which will actually make it harder for him to try to dodge through if he chooses to go through the center. But last time he took the edge.
Keep in mind, it seemed as though Lessons didn't even know who was holding the ball before, and yet he is the first person to score this game. So,
sure is.
I think he also has a new player advantage in that nobody knows what the hell. See, he's trying to select people who would be knocked out right now. So, who the hell knows? He is chaos.
He's actually delivering the ball center field.
Well, if you're playing to murder them all, that's not a bad thing.
Well, we have no idea what he's playing at. I'm sure at this moment he doesn't know what he's playing at. And yeah,
but that
granted,
will require a short run.
Granted, it is a nice day the last weather roll, so the variance on where the ball would land wasn't going to be that high.
Now, here's always the thing that makes me wonder: do I send my unit in the back to go pick up the ball immediately where it might fail? Or do I actually start moving things around the field and get stuff going before risking turnover?
Well, it depends on the style of team you're playing. If you're playing a heavy hitter team, you want to get your hits in first. If you're playing agility, you want that ball in your hand and thrown wherever it needs to go before you have to try and block anything.
And of course, Art here with the agility team is choosing to go for hits first against dwarves and is succeeding.
Yeah, it was his runner, Ekred, right there.
Crazy.
He just got the stun on him.
He has gained ground.
Keep in mind, though, last round, Arkloid did have the advantage and still managed to flood it.
That is true.
But he has pushed most of the dwarfs away now.
Ooh.
Like, if he can get it in that gutter runner's hands, he's got a good chance at a touchdown.
Just passing it off and going for the run.
Again, that would be the logical move. However, he did it before and failed, so...
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
And we all know what insanity is.
There we go, taking both dodges like a champion Skaven right there. And he's halfway down the field, and he's going to need a blitz to catch back up.
Yeah, given the movement allowance of a dwarf player, I don't think there's anything that Lessons can do to stop this from happening.
And here we are again, figuring out how to deselect units, folks.
No, this is Arcloid.
So now.
Arcloid should know.
Yeah.
Should. Operative word.
2 blockers.
So now the dwarves are in an interesting situation, though, because they're not going to catch that gutter runner, but they should attack the other team and just break someone.
Yep.
Make the
Right, if
Skaven
they
pay.
can reduce the number of players, they'll get at least less holes, that's for sure.
Although Arcloid is keeping himself distant from most people, so we're probably looking at 1 and a charge, or whatever it's called.
You take those dwarfs on the left side, you surround that gutter runner, you knock him down, and the last dwarf comes in, just does a foul, breaks his legs. You don't have to worry about that gutter runner.
Runner was right there.
Catch him. The one and only chance, too.
Oh.
And at the highest angle, and it turns over, he failed.
Yeah, he slipped right in front of him.
Someone left the banana peel out in the field. Oh no, the dwarf.
God, I love this game.
And of course, for style, using all of your movement points in the end zone, as is tradition. And getting the touchdown. There
I mean, this
go.
has the potential to be a very high-scoring game, given that every other round is a touchdown. Which actually might play out well for them in the future, given that they're going to have a bunch of XP rolling out.
That's
Ooh,
true.
Gosh, yeah, that's right. Experience is a very important part of League play. You don't just want to win, you want to make sure people actually level up, and particularly the people you want to level up, too.
And while this particular match setup we have right now is a double elimination going forward, this is also set up in the Infinite League mode, so these teams will carry forwards.
Since you are the expert here, Oni, give us a quick reminder, what actually gives experience to people in this game?
So successful passing, breaking people without using a foul, touchdowns, and then at the end you also get some random VIP points awarded to one of your players.
Right, where you get to actually choose and distribute, so you don't always end up with like someone who never gets anything.
Yeah.
But of course this means that people who, the catchers and the runners will of course end up accumulating the most experience usually and be the star players, which they need to be.
The blockers. I had a Minotaur who was just insane.
I always wanted to just build a team entirely based on keep away.
Just keep throwing that ball, keep getting the XP.
I don't know how I got 50 XP that game. Maybe it was just I didn't score but 1 point, and the rest of the game was me just throwing balls around.
We have discovered the issue. Arcloid cannot actually scroll his screen, and so when we get the wide-angle view, we know why.
No, we're actually watching Lessons stream right now.
Alright.
No, you remember when we were getting like 2 FPS and very blurry?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, that was Arcloid. That's why we switched over to watching Lessons gameplay. So when he zooms out all the way up to the blimp, it has nothing to do with him not being able to scroll in and out.
And he took hold of the ball like an overfull tankard.
Alright, well, he did at least pick up the ball. Always a problem with dwarves. 67% chance to catch, but 33 to pass.
Again, remember, last time he could not figure out how to deselect the thing and ended up ending the turn. I guess this time he went
tried
for
to
the
pass
throw.
the ball 5 feet and failed, everybody.
Still unsure if that was his intent. Now Arcloid probably staring at the ground, unable to scroll in and out.
Possibly also stunned at the circumstances that have occurred. He now has free reign, open holes, and the fastest team here in the league. He could just waddle in, grab that ball from directly under his nose, and do whatever he wants.
And yet he decides to go for the blitzer.
Blocked and sent to the ground.
I mean, if I was going to try and target one of his players, I would have gone for the runner, but I assume that Lessons probably had the wherewithal to put his runners in the back.
Now, if I recall some of our old league matches, we usually had, like, more patient strategy. We would try to make sure we maximize every single unit we had, and we had long turns. These are the fastest turns I've ever seen.
Again, one of these people are new. I don't know what Arcloid's excuse is. I'm pretty sure he's not new. He has a... I think this is like the third time we've seen the warped stoners show up. Maybe not on air, but...
This is what I'm going to call action-packed for sure. Blitzing that unit up the field to go for a charge. Gets the hit. Takes out a dwarf. Bold move, but it does pay off. There is just a wider and wider hole on this field.
I mean, again, we haven't seen the entire team strategy come out of play because it's been typically 4 or 5 guys move and then the turn is over.
Strange choice to push him to that direction, actually closing up the hole that he just generated. And of course, the gun runner perfectly free to slip on the field on absolutely nothing.
And stun themselves.
This is the true joy of Blood Bowl. It is physical comedy, start to finish, and just a positive joy to watch.
Neither team has any rerolls remaining, so whatever they choose to do is gonna pass it backwards. Again, do we know that he knows how to deselect a unit? Because he may be looking at this thinking that's all he can do is pass.
Alright, well, he did it.
I'm positively amazed. He did it, he succeeded, he gained ground, he's on the wrong side to actually rush up the field, and his other side is completely down. He needs to make some kind of hole here before he can move up, but he has advantage, he has initiative, he can do something.
He's going to try and use Loctrin to attack somebody, despite the fact Loctrin is holding the ball.
And he has to go through 3 dodges to do so. He needs to take out that center Skaven. He has 3 people right there. He can do this.
So clearly he does know how to deselect a unit. He just did it. He intended that pass at all it risks.
Arcloid, he had tech stuff. There we go. A hole has been made.
Oh.
And a trip.
Lost.
Now, to be fair, we've all done that thing where we make a move, not pay attention to the 33% dodge popping up, and just double-clicked it anyway.
Oh, we all
That's
have.
Fair.
And you know, whatever we say here, that we have no negative opinions of our friends here. We love them no matter what mistakes they make that we will make in the ensuing plays.
Oh, yeah.
That ball holder is in danger of getting surrounded, even if he is not attacked. Dwarves will not dodge out of that.
No, he's not getting the touchdown, but he's going to stop the Skaven, it looks like. Get another one.
Again, you guys are making some really wild assumptions here that he's not going to just try and move the guy, despite what pops up on the screen.
It's
true.
1 turn before the end of the first half.
That's fair. I wasn't paying attention to the number of turns, although the dwarves will get another turn. So again, it assumes that in an optimal world, Lessons is going to learn his mistake the very first time he makes it.
Fair. Oh, there we go. There's a foul.
Oh wow, from the Skaven.
Well done.
I guess they got to take what they can get right now. Didn't get caught doing it either.
Didn't do anything. Didn't get caught. Best of both worlds for both teams, I guess.
I guess. Sometimes you just gotta play like goblins, surround a dwarf, and just kick the shit out of him until he doesn't come back on the field.
Yeah, I mean, also, the Warped Stoners have 3 extra players, so he wouldn't have been harmed by even getting caught.
That's fair.
Very true. Totally worth the risk. If I won't necessarily push someone out of the league here. Turnover after turnover after turnover. Ball is in the dwarf's hands. Now, if there was a unit set up out there, maybe a pass play could have happened, but it would have been another turnover.
Not too sure what he's doing there.
He's
Again.
thinking of it, actually, but he doesn't realize he needs to have the proper order of actions for this to happen.
Also, that
He
he's
can
using
send
his
it down
long
the field,
beards.
but it won't get anything.
That he's using his long beards and not his runners.
Well, that's the first half.
And there we go.
1-1.
And what an exciting first half that was, wasn't it, everybody? Could not imagine a more action-packed one. Just cuts, dead and injured one. There we go. It did work.
I anticipate this to be one of our fastest games of the league.
Certainly shaping up to be. I am happy for fast games, though. I see we have the 2-minute marker per turn rather than the 1 or 3 minutes.
Right. I think everyone does need at least a little bit of time to think, but no one here is going to stall out the game. Nobody's a big jerk like that. That's for sure.
No, I hope not.
Well, I mean, it's impossible to stall out the game. It just means that the game will go to the maximum amount of time, and then end.
Which will be frustrating, but at least it'll end. So, second half, trading out players on the sidelines. Opponent is kicking off. That's right. He doesn't need the thrower here in this case because he's going to be doing the kickoff. Lessons, of course, is making a more solid front line. He's got 2 people in the back right now for the catch, which should cover a lot of ground.
Now, what do you think those 2 units are?
Good question. And I really wish there was good spectate mode for it. Maybe Blood Bowl 3. Perfect defense, though.
No current release date.
Yeah. Oh, what a shame.
Come on, let's move your most just up a little bit, and we can see who that. Nope. Bar.
Game of you never know which little bearded is going to defeat. Then there's Dr. Phil.
I was gonna say, I never heard the Game of Gnomes reference before.
History infecting everybody.
Yeah, that almost sounds like a new one.
Although I can't remember the last time this game has been updated through my Steam, so I don't know.
Is Game of Thrones even running?
Okay,
was it actually
runner.
a show at the time when Blood Bowl 2 came out? It wasn't.
Oh, no.
It wasn't. That's a literary reference, everybody.
Or it's just an update that you didn't see happen. So it is his runner in the back row there, but did he put 2 runners in the back, or did he put a defense in front of a runner, and he has a second runner sitting in his front line?
Well, whenever he selects them to have them attack, we'll find out real soon.
Yeah, 'cause it's very hard to make that determination from up here in the blimp, where we're all apparently sitting.
Lessons is making a good choice here, though, with his Dwarven team. He's keeping his front line, he's having them stay instead of pushing, he's making distance, and he's opening up holes. This is what Dwarves should be doing, and he's got a handle on it right now. All he has to do is not flub a roll anywhere in here.
Well, he has 2
In
rerolls.
fairness, though, the dwarves following them does keep a lot of the Skaven who don't have the dodge ability locked down.
That's right.
Oh, I did see he selected it for a second. Now he's going to make another throw.
They will be nearly unstoppable.
I sure hope not. Fast as this game is going, I do want to see it go on a little longer.
We saw him intentionally deselect the units. Now he's gotten that down.
Ah, there we go. Both down.
Nope.
But with block.
Longbeard has block.
And they're KO'd. Oh, our first apothecary roll.
Well, I don't know why he would use an apothecary roll on a KO. Is that something you would do, Griffin?
I think I've done it in the past for sure, but I'm also stupid.
You gotta remember, Arcoid, the Warped Stoners do have additional team members, so a KO isn't as damning as it
that
might
is
first
true.
appear.
Indeed.
Interesting way of getting around the weakness. Ooh, a blitz up there to take advantage. There we go, pushing him away from center. And bold move right there. Now, he could choose to pin down different characters.
Again, all the dwarves look the same, so it's really hard from the top down to determine which type of unit. Okay, that was his runner right there. So he does have a defense to the left of his runner that's carrying the ball. No, that's a blitzer. I misread. Does that mean his other runner is standing next to his runner?
He's got 2 rerolls. Oh. Oh. Ouch.
Again,
ooh, there we go.
Stunt's
Finally a
not
little
that
bit of bad luck. But he had a full, complete turn. He used up as many of his dwarves as he could. He's in a great position. I'm rooting for Lessons at this moment, guys.
I don't know. His see, I wasn't even looking at that. I was thinking his right is kind of wide open for all the Skaven to come pouring in and surround that ball holder. Never mind.
And the trend continues. Please reroll this. He's a gutter runner. He has more dignity than that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at right there. But what is he going to capitalize with?
He almost doesn't even have to do anything. As long as he has 2, maybe 3 units there, he's boxed in, but he's going to go for the blitz
Yeah,
tackle.
I wasn't anticipating the wide go-around.
And with 2 of his gutter runners right adjacent to it after it drops as well, he might even just happen to pick it up in the process. Oh, no, it just falls a little bit to the side. And he's going to have... Will he have this character
so that's a blitz
go
move
for the
there.
runner next turn?
Might as well. It could bounce into your adjacent man's hands, but I guess not.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Again, this is going to be one of the quickest matches.
That's fair.
Now, it
It's nice to start off quick.
very much looked like he was about to pick his guy up, but he clicked away.
Yeah.
So again,
he
denotes...
just wants to destroy some Skaven.
Well, I mean, again, denotes, does he know that he can yet? Or
Oh, fair.
was he just moving... Nope, okay, there we go. He saw stand-up pop-up at the very least. So delayed any movement. I guess you wouldn't want to move right there anyway. Oh, now he's finding
very
out.
risky with a dwarf. Hmm.
I mean, it's still greater than 50%. Although we've been watching people slip on 83 all the time, too.
Yep.
You've already blitzed. It's not going to happen.
Thank God for block.
It's Dwarven strength.
It is. It is. I'm not looking forward to playing against them. It's frustrating, to say the least.
Your Chaos Cast Dwarves.
Either. They both get a lot of block, do they not?
Oh, yeah, I mean, Chaos Dwarves get mutation and have a block-heavy team, right?
Do Chaos Dwarves get mutation?
I don't remember. That's why I ask.
I don't think they do, but I could be wrong. I can't stand playing dwarves, so I wouldn't know too well.
Yeah, hate teams that just run around you. Amazons, Kislev Circus,
Dark elves.
or humans that pass a lot.
There we go. I am back, and this sports lunch is brought to you by Domino's, and so is that turnover. Oh, the ball has not moved very much up the field since I left.
No, it's still
been,
there.
what, 2 turnovers
Still
already?
There we go. Going for some fight time.
Yeah. Put all those bodies on the field and walk over and pick up the ball. Proper dwarven strategy.
It's got the ball.
That is not a dwarven strategy right there.
Yeah, no, that's not going to plan out well.
This is not the way.
You gingerly just walk that ball to the end as a dwarf.
Yeah, we do know that he knows how to deselect units, so he's choosing to do this every time.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he's trying to rack in that XP. A successful pass, that's an XP. Maybe thinking the later game. He's already got tied. I don't know what our solution for ties are.
I mean, he's... Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I was going to say he's actively moved the ball further towards the goal than for Arkloid than away from it.
Yeah, like the league isn't set up as an elimination league, right? So they're not going to go into overtime.
No. No, this is in this side standard setup, but on our double elimination bracket, you are correct. I have nothing set up for 2 winners, 2 losers.
Well, we'll just flip a coin.
Yeah, I guess we'll come up with whoever has some random decision, best statistics of the match or whatever.
So, dice roll.
Well, I mean, there's got to be something we can base this on other than...
We could tactically count up star points if we want.
Yeah, something that the game tracks.
Oh, Gouda is done.
Poor Skavens, made literally out of cheese.
Again, he's got a lot of extra players, this is a no long-term injury, so no reason to use
that
the
was one of his
Apothecary.
players with block. He doesn't have a whole lot of useful players when it comes to fighting dwarves.
Sure, but at this point, I feel like if you're Arkloid, you're either... Well, I don't know, because he can still make a point and win the game. It doesn't feel...
This could still be anyone's game right now.
If he can get that ball into the hands of one of his gutter runners, he can get to that end.
I really feel like...
They're great dodgers, they're fast.
I really feel like this is Arkloid's game to lose right now.
It probably is by technicality, but after everything I've seen today, it's anyone's game.
He's what, 25 yards, 20 yards from the end zone?
So
Arkloid just has to run in there and then run out the clock. It
doesn't mean anything if they roll terribly, that's for sure. These are all probable things.
That's why I said he only has to score for 1 point, and now he just has to run out the clock, which to this game has been play as you have been.
It's the pure classic John Madden strategy. You gotta take the ball, and you gotta move the ball all the way to the end zone. That's it. That's the game. There we go. The injury pile. Hey, someone woke up.
To remind, that was a kick to Lessons team that Ark just scored on. Which means I don't see... I mean, I can't say that because Lessons did score on Ark in the first round when it was his reception, so who knows. I say this is Ark's game to lose. I see Arkloid winning it now. This is... Especially with how quick these turnovers are happening.
Well, it could still end up in a draw, but that might be the best it's going to be for. Because, I think I'm with you, the Dwarfs cannot score 2 times in 4 rounds. Or at least, that's what I'm assuming.
Lessons would have to prep for it heavily. He'd have to move those runners up to the front, take out the ball holder as soon as possible and run them to the end, and then do it twice in order to win this.
There's so many things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Well, even the first time that he pulled that off, Arkloid had to get the ball to the front. And if Arkloid just doesn't run the ball, I don't see it Lessons making the move.
Well, there we have it. A nice classic line here for this kickoff. Nothing special, just pure dwarf muscle.
And a new reroll for the Warp Stoners.
Ooh. And
Justin.
That is the worst possible condition for the dwarves here. Even if they go over there and grab it, a gutter runner could literally just come up, swipe it, and then do the touch all the same round.
Couldn't find
I don't even know if the dwarves can run that far.
And with no team rerolls, he had no option.
Turned over immediately. You are right. This is now Arcloid's game to lose.
He's just gotta run that one gutter runner up and get the ball before the dwarf can get there.
He should make the running his priority, that's for sure. Did they literally run half the field?
I mean, if he holds the line as he's done...
Gutter runners?
Yeah.
They can run 9 spaces. That is most of the field in a go. They're fast little buggers.
I mean, even if Lessons manages to get the ball somehow, if Arc just maintains this cross-the-field advantage, I don't see Lessons crossing the gaps. Most of his guys have such low agility. It's a 33 dodge no matter where you would go.
Yeah, no, they'd have to break the Skaven beforehand.
I think Arc could if he was just trying to not do anything, just repeatedly hit end turn, and it would still win the game.
All you need is the tail.
It's looking like it.
There really just isn't enough time, unfortunately.
No. And there goes that gutter runner.
Whoa.
Now, we still have the Blitzer and the runner-up down there, and I believe they have higher strength than the entire Skaven team, so...
Well, especially the gutter runners. Yeah.
What was that noise out of the dwarf? He got sent to another dimension with that.
Remember, they are filled with mead.
Oh, you're right. That was a belch,
mead.
wasn't it? There we go. A more classic oof, a traditional dwarven oof right there.
As far as it has been an injury-light game, we have had the one with no lasting injury.
Which is honestly kind of amazing given the lineup here. But I suppose Lessons is not necessarily interested in running a fighting-only game right now. Not as a first-time player.
That's fair. The dwarves do make good, like, a good bashing team.
I mean, with all the blockers they have, yeah. Just sometimes it can be hard to keep up with a more movement-oriented team.
Yeah, you almost have to give them that first down and break as many of them as you can, and then the next down just walk over what's left.
Do gutter runners have dodge? Is that something they have?
They do. They do. They are very much movement-based. They have lower strength and armor, though, so...
Yeah, but it does give them an increased chance to cross that field entirely and get through your defensive line that you might put in their way to block them.
Yeah, and a Skaven team can have up to 4 of those guys. They're expensive, though, compared to the rest of the Skaven.
Well, in a long-term league, we'll see what Arcloid's investment is.
A turn without a turnover. What am I seeing here in this game?
Hey, they happen once in a while. Blood Bowl's sometimes kind. I don't want to use that word because I'll jinx myself for my game, but...
Nuffles is a cruel and hateful god, that is for sure.
You mean Nurgle?
No, Nuffles, the cat that runs Blood Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't remembering. I was falling back on my Warhammer lore. Sometimes you gotta remember that Warhammer and Blood Bowl are 2 different universes.
Very decent ones, but yes.
They're adjacent, but they are different universes. Blood Bowl is not canon to Warhammer.
Fair.
Here we go.
Come on, guys, together.
I don't think that's going to stop Arcloid from ending this 3-1.
Still unbroken. That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Again, the end of the match is like 6 minutes away.
And the turnover.
Alright, so this should be where Arcloid makes his touchdown.
Nice catch.
And he just had to walk on in. There was nothing stopping him.
Had to pick up the ball exactly to where he kicked it to.
Yep.
Positively, there is no other way that this can end now. It is merely a question of how much blood are we going to see? Just looking at it, we've already seen a good bit.
What turn are we on? Are we on 17 or 16?
Fresh start, fellas. You can
17 or 16?
Well,
15 or 16? Where am I?
Down a place.
Where the fuck am I medicine?
Despite being in the lead,
I mean,
this team
it's
now has
entirely
the
possible
also
Arcloid could score one more before this is over.
That is true. Arcloid could rack up the experience here, which is another touchdown because agility team.
I mean, it's unlikely, but it's not impossible. I mean, we did
But it would be
see...
very, very funny.
Well, we did see Arcloid make a pass early on, which means he's entirely capable of setting up and then paying off. See, he spread out to cover the left side, but he's left the right side open.
yeah. Interesting choice.
I believe that's a runner over there on the right-hand side, too.
Oh, someone taken out.
Loctrin sounds like
Fans
one of
getting
the...
involved.
Yep.
Oh!
A prone player is a dead.
God, you hate to see when that happens. You also love to see when that happens. Although he's
At
kicked
least
the
it was just
ball...
one guy.
He has kicked the ball to the left-hand side, which is opposite of the opening. Not impossible. He could still make that run.
Well, let's see it happen. There's no reason to do anything else now other than just give it your best and just see if you could pull off some wacky shenanigans.
I don't know why Lessons would try to run a player over to that end of the field. Optimally, you want to seal that hole that you left open. Do your best to... Arcloid's dropping the D.
Ugh. Decision's getting so hard. Open, close the chat window.
I'm thinking, assumedly, he thinks he has his player open, or he didn't see where the ball was.
He's scouring the field, actually.
Yeah, I think he assumed he had a player selected.
They're gathering around that lone
There's a spirit. Just start breaking things.
Although he is widening the gap
Fight night, fight night.
for that runner to run through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe he's coming to the conclusion he's not going to win, so let's just break some Skaven.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, what else is he going to do? Preventing Arcloid from scoring another touchdown still would be a good thing to do.
There we go, getting that 2 dice for the tactics bonus. Blitzing at short range because of a misclick. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but misclicks don't happen in the tabletop version.
No, thankfully. It could be slightly more forgiving.
Here we go. Sign
All
move
right.
that dwarf up the field just for good measure. So he can cheer on his friends.
And back to punching shit.
Not a terrible lot of options here. Moving in to get the tactics advantage.
I mean, it is his next to last turn. He's obviously never going to get the ball anywhere halfway
With 2
down the
seconds
field.
left as well. Can he get in one more action?
Nope.
Yeah, he did get one more action, and he clicked end turn before the turn could end for him.
Ah, there you go. BM the turn counter. Tell the referees, no, I'm ending my turn.
It looks like he's moved his one of his gunner runners to get advantage on one of these hits. But is it also possible he's moved it there to get his other gunner runner across the field and make a throw? No, okay, he's going that way.
These Skavens are just too fast.
No, this might end 4-1.
I mean, he's certainly going to go for it. I don't know how he's playing something that far down the field while looking at something on this side of the field.
But he can't possibly go for it, though.
I think he
No
might
more
be trying to
actions.
move units around the field so that if he makes a pass, the pass isn't going to get any interceptions on it.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like, but I don't know how he could possibly be moving these guys around to make that effect. The thrower gets no bonuses to catch, right? No, he has.
I don't think
so.
No, he has sure
They
hands.
are separate skills.
I believe he has sure hands, which is only to pick up, not to catch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's entirely possible he can move someone to the left-hand side of the field and try to make a left field pass to left field pass. I mean, to left field catch. Or whatever this move is.
Going for it for the sake of going for it. That's what this is. Or he becomes more reasonable about it. There we go.
I haven't seen a rat.
This is Blood Bowl. You don't need to be reasonable.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess
Such
he's giving up on the... he must be giving up on getting another... I mean, I would try to use that thrower to at least try to make a catch. But then again, I guess his gun runners do move 9. It's entirely possible he has somebody on the front line he intends to try and make a catch with.
Well, it will be over. They both might have forgotten how the turn goes. Or, well, Arcloid might have. Lessons never learned.
I mean, Lessons is trying to move people out beyond their ability to move, so...
Here we go. Lessons has started to figure out you can just have them stand up.
He's trying to attack his own guy, I think, right now.
In an understandable reaction. If I saw a dwarf, I would try to kick him across the field too.
Again, whoever that runner is, just behind the line there, I would have to think is the one Arcloid is planning to make a throw to. The one right behind the guy who's being targeted. In which
Yeah,
case,
if he picks up the ball, it's a touchdown, so it's not going to matter.
you know what? You're right. For some reason, this entire time I've been commentating about this, I was thinking the other direction.
Fair. I was trying to think what you're talking about, but...
Well, I think I've been thinking
of foul.
Yeah, they got a free bribe on the kickoff, so...
Oh, nice.
I think I've been thinking of things in the ideal circumstances of the team that was on that side was trying to pick up, that they would be trying to pass down the field. This game has been so weird that it's been throwing me off what the expectation was.
Yeah, there is one more move.
Which should be him picking up the ball, because he doesn't want to get a turnover.
That would be ideal. There we go, 3 more experience for his runner. Going away with 4-2-1.
So, do not have to worry about ties just yet.
What an amazing game, though, wouldn't you say?
It was very interesting. I am looking forward to seeing how these teams go through the rest of this.
It was a quick game. Hopefully Lessons has learned something.
Indeed, and of course defeat doesn't mean the end. He will continue on loser's bracket, he will fight more fights, and we will see them again. And that is a 5 on that roll. Very nice.
Very nice.
No
Factor 0. 1 touchdown, 1 pass, 2 expulsions, 11 armor breaks. Stout McGruffs.
So, Theta, I'm going to ask, how are we going to do this? We're going to just do an outro and close out? We're going to do, like, a end game interview? What do you want to do?
Yeah, sure. Let's pull one of them in here, and I'll figure it out.
We'll figure out how to do this.
Yeah, I'll collect the cameras, but, yeah, let's,
Alright, so let's take a minute, let's get him in there, and let's do this.
Here, actually, I'll just join the chat on there, and it should pick up the audio.
I'm not sure it'll pick our questions up for them, though.
Well, yeah, you guys just joined the audio as well. You joined the voice channel.
Oh, okay.
Sure, okay.
It for
but then that won't get streamed.
Everyone else, and
do it.
I'll put this up also on my YouTube as well. So, see you when I see you. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Hello, people.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
So that was an exciting match. All of us loved it. How do you two feel going at this?
Oh God,
I feel great.
Yeah, that was
a powerful tutorial. Let me tell you that much.
I wouldn't like to use
You had the unfortunate problem of being dwarves put up against Skaven, and your advantage would have been beating them in the face, but you were playing a normal game for a normal first-time player, and you did a great job doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned a touchdown against me, and I mean, I'm not saying I'm that great, but I am Skaven.
Yeah, Skaven are fast, so yeah. And I thought those passes were gonna work, but no, they didn't.
Oh yeah, passing is incredibly difficult, and the dwarves just aren't set up for it at all. That's for sure.
No. You got to break those gutter runner legs. That sets you up for the rest of the game.
All right. So what questions do we have here, Theta? What question do you got to field for our players here? Theta's dead, everybody.
Well, it's not like I'm also the guy managing the stream. Maybe you go to Oni, the next person and the expert of the game.
All right, Oni, what do you got for these guys? Well, actually, let's get some sage advice too.
For who?
For
Skaven
you.
did what they did. Oh, Skaven did what they did. Run around people, pick up the ball, kick it near the end zone, hope for the best. And like I said before, you got to break those gutter runner legs. Once they can't run, the Skaven team slows right down.
That's right.
So always choose violence. I like that. Yes.
If you're the dwarfs, that's usually the best way to go, unless you're facing someone more violent than you.
Which in this case, you got the steamroller. Next round, next time we see you, I want to see you beat someone to a pulp with that steamroller. Just roll right over them. It'll be great.
Yeah, but it only lasted one round. Then he got took out. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got to use it while it lasts.
Yeah, that's the thing. Your
It
last
is brutal.
turnover happens, and unfortunately, you had a really quick turnover.
We had 7 of them in a row. It was fantastic. It was the most exciting game I've ever seen.
But Provolone now has a sure hand skill, so he'll be better at picking up the ball and harder to strip it away from.
Oh, even better. The Skaven get more Skaven-y.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So, anything else to end off on? Last question. You guys have fun?
Yeah, it was a fun little game.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah. Every time
There
we
we
went to
go.
close up, I was like, oh, no. Yeah, but yeah, it was good.
I do hate trouncing a new player. I tried giving you a little advice. I hope it works out for you in the future.
I just got to practice, that's all.
There you go. All right, then. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll go ahead and close out of this chat. We'll go back to the other one, and we'll go ahead and wrap up then. Sound good, everybody?
Take
Sounds
care.
good. I can't wait to watch this on stream. Not stream, but
On
YouTube.
VOD. Yeah,
Mhm.
there you go. I'm now live on this one. Theta, you back?
Yep.
There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Since we went ahead and did the announcing, let's go ahead and do shout-outs for our stuff. Oni, would you like to go ahead and tell everyone about your stuff?
Oh, yeah. So I'm Oni, also Matthew from Warlock Sanctum Games. I'm a paid GM for hire, and I'm a huge fan of Blood Bowl, so I'm happy to be a part of this.
We're glad to have you, man. And of course, I'm Griffin, that's Theta. We run this stream here, Know Your Role. We do a whole bunch of stuff. We do games Sundays and Wednesdays. You come join us for all those tabletops. And we do streams bi-weekly on Fridays, where we do podcasts talking about various design issues. So come join us for some of those. Check out our YouTube. And of course, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out all of Oni's stuff. And we'll see you next time for the next Bloodbath and Blood Bowl. See ya, everybody.
Woo!